Guys, welcome to part 2 of the Zerg B to GM Masters 3 episode. We are currently fighting against Protoss. Oh boy. It's starting, boys. So if you watched part 1 of this video, you'll know that I threw my computer out the window.
Fam is totally awesome because it has no secrets.
VFam has no secrets. Anything you can say in front of me, you can say in front of the rest of the fam. Okay? No secrets. Thank you very much, Raugu, for the bits. Thank you, dude. But, yeah, so if you guys are watching the last episode, in part 1, you'll know that we had some good games, we had some bad games, but I got a little mad. Okay? I got a little cranky. I'm gonna really, I ate some food today, so I don't need my Snickers. I'll really try to avoid the crankiness, even if I'm feeling it. But yeah, we'll keep it chill. We'll keep it pretty chill. Watch, someone's gonna link this video. It's like at 9 minutes and 40 seconds. ViBE says we'll keep it chill, and then the next link is gonna be like at 4 hours and 25 minutes, and I'm over there just fucking being like, this piece of shit. We'll see. Okay. So we're going for a standard opener. I'm going to be going speedlings into Lingbane Hydra, probably. Safety scissors. Thank you for the bits, dude. Thank you for the bits, safety scissors. Okay, we got proxy zealot all in. Okay. Let's go ahead and make a spine crawler over here. Let's hide it. Let's also take my drone. Oh shit! Go over there and hide it. Drone drill my drones. Have my drones help right here. Have them mind the gas so we can drill through the zealots. Run my queen for a second. Run my queens for a sec. Queens can run faster than zealots, just so you guys know. On creep. Transfuse each other, and now we can fight. Get Zergling speed because I can afford it without really stopping my Ling production. And we're good to go. Okay, so he's super all in. So let's go ahead and get like a couple spines now. Let's also make a creep tumor when I can in a second. Let's back our queens up. Have our queen stay in the natural a little bit and just start poking the zealots. Okay, he wants to go for the main, it looks like. Okay, he split his zealots up. This is perfect. We can run our queens away from those zealots in the natural, and we can surround these zealots in the main. I don't have to take this fight, but this is a great fight. And now I can take the other fight with queens and lings at the same time. Okay, and now we just have so much shit that I can overpower him. Let's go ahead and make a couple spore not spore crawlers, creep tumors, so that I can get over here and be mobile. We can uproot our spine. We're still making lings, by the way, because he's 4-gate proxying me, so this is super all in. Yeah, so you're like, oh, our lings died. He's like, zealots actually are pretty good units. Move this spine crawler even further forward. We have speedlings now, so this is great. Make another couple zealots, or a couple queens. Jesus. We could keep spawning our creep so we can shove our queens and our spine towards his gateways. And there we go. Alright, boys, let's talk about this. So we saw this at the last second. Everybody all ins. That's just how it goes. So he's attacking me with a probe. We see... Okay, like our Overlord, honestly, it also went a little bit north too fast. I should have scouted here first. Either way, though, we would have seen nothing. But we end up seeing this pylon and also now this at the same time. We're like, awkward pylon and zealots. Okay, so we already know what build it is. Skytail Studios, thank you very much for the gifted sub. And Black Ryu, thank you for now joining the VFam. Welcome, dude. Pick up your vibrator in the back. Welcome, dude. Thank you, thank you. Skytail Studios, much appreciated. That is your 11th gifted sub, and I appreciate you, man. But now we know, because we see the zealots, we know what build he's doing, right? We're like, all right, proxy gates. Generally speaking, if someone proxy gates zealots, they're usually not only going to have 2 gates, even though we only see 2 zealots, unless they're also cannons. You can totally proxy 2 gate with a cannon rush, or you can go like proxy 4 gate, because you can afford it. So we see 2 zealots so far, right? We're like, ah, shit. Well, how do we respond to this? I try to make a spine crawler over on the side, and at the same time, I drone drill my drones. And if he does not micro with counter micro, I will kill these zealots. And the reason why: drone drilling, the philosophy, the logic of it. You stack up all the drones in the mineral pocket, okay? Which is right here. Why is this pocket called a mineral pocket, and why is this not a mineral pocket? Why is that not a mineral pocket? This, in the top right, is a mineral pocket because you have mineral patches connected to both edges of the other patch. So the only way a unit can get hit that is in that green box right there is from this angle right there. And if I have all my drones mining where that green box is right now, only 1 zealot at a time will be able to poke my drones. And all my drones are stacked. So what I do is I take all my drones here and I multiply this by 5. This is 18 drones, guys. And we multiply this by 5, which is 90 damage. So if I have 18 drones and they all sit right here, and I tell them while they're all stacked on top of each other because they're mineral walking each other, it's called drilling, I then move the ground. And they all the drones, while stacked, while the zealot is in range of all of them, they all go, let's attack something. And they all go, and just like, they all hit the zealot with their fucking little pincher claws. And then they start fanning out after, like, getting all fucked up after the attack happens. But the goal is I auto attack his zealot, and I immediately mine the mineral patch again. That makes all the drones stay stacked. So they all, like, attack the zealot, and they stack up again. So they don't fan out, and then I wait for the auto attack cooldown, which is about 1.07 seconds, and then attack him again. Attack him again. Attack him again. It will take 2 hits to kill a zealot this way. 2 fucking hits to kill a zealot. So you can see all my drones. I actually put one in a spine over here, but the rest of my drones. So this is now 85 damage. This is 17 drones. 85 damage per swing here. And look at this for a zealot. So, and sometimes the zealot might be standing a little bit further away than some of the drones by chance, because some of the drones might be closer to the patch than others, just because every single time I click this patch, every drone is trying to go somewhere else. So I always have to keep re-spamming it the whole time to make them stay. But watch the zealot's HP, okay? So we just did 15 damage the first time as it showed up. Now we just did 35, and he moved his zealot away during that. So and then no drones have died still. We're beating the crap out of that fucking zealot. And then the way he counter micros it is he backed off because he's like, okay, yeah, this guy's drone drilling me, and that's fucked. I don't want to deal with that. So he backs off, and because he backs off, we start mining minerals again. He actually goes and kills our spine, which, you know, I could have canceled this, whatever. It's not who gives a fuck. It's not the hugest of deals. But yeah, he kills our spine. It's fine. The big thing now though is we have bought ourselves time to losing no drones yet, other than this one, because this one's going to die because it's in a spine crawler. We've lost no drones yet, and we are still making all of our larvae into Zerglings, and we're making queens out of the hatcheries, and we are regrouping our army together right now. The goal is we fight with queens. This first fight, he's already in my base with 3 zealots. We're going to fight with our drones and our lings, and we're going to overpower him and try to just get rid of him. Best case scenario, we micro our drones that get focus fired by these zealots, and we mine minerals with them. Zealot smashes the drone 1 time in the face. Click the drone, tell it to mine minerals. Zealot smashes the drone 2 times in the face. Hopefully, by then, we click the drone, mine the minerals. If a zealot smashes a drone 3 times in the face, the drone dies. So you have 3 hits until your drone's dead. And some of these drones that are already taking damage, they don't have 3 hits anymore. They have 2 or 1 hit. A zealot does 16, 16, 16. A drone in total has 40 hit points. So the numbers go 16, 32, 48. So yeah, 3 hits, your drone's dead. That's the name of the game. Best case scenario, like I said, we micro the drones off that get auto attacked, and we tell them to mine minerals, because the way AI works for zealots is, or not even just zealots, all units in StarCraft. If I have Zerglings and Queens, those are considered hostile units. If a worker is attacking, it is considered a hostile unit. But the second it stops attacking and it goes to mining, it is no longer hostile.
ViBE, thanks so much for your patience and detailed explanations in these B2GM series. You deserve so much more attention both on Twitch and YouTube. You're by far the best SC2 content creator. Can't recommend you enough. Love you, mate.
Oh, last smile, dude. That was fucking beautiful. That was wholesome as hell. Thank you very much for the 20, man. And first of all, I just want to say thank you very much for recommending my content. Word of mouth is a powerful thing, and I appreciate that you're taking it upon yourself to recommend my channel around to people you know. Thank you very much for that, dude. And I'm glad that you yourself also like the content and you're enjoying it, and it's helping you out as well, man. Thank you. I genuinely super appreciate the fact that you wanted to support the stream for that, and yeah, just thanks, man. That was nice of you to say that. It makes me feel good. Made me feel good. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Last smile, GG. BG. I didn't even say your name. I know I didn't say your name right. Don't hold it against me. GG. No, it was a BG. All right. Much love, man. Okay, so yeah, my point I was trying to make a second ago was when a drone is auto attacking, it's considered hostile. When you tell a drone to either move command or you tell it to mine minerals, it is no longer hostile. It becomes neutral, and the zealot will automatically switch targets to something else that is still hostile within its melee range. So if I have a drone get hit twice and I mine minerals with it on its second hit, before the zealot swings the 3rd time, the zealot will change targets and the drone will not die. And then also when it mines minerals, it will drill through every unit and get away from the zealot as well. So he cannot then also micro it himself and auto attack it. So it's important to do, like, if you can do that, but I didn't even do that this game. I'm not gonna lie, I did not do that this game, but you could. You could. All we did this game though was we let our queen tank the zealot. We let our lings wrap around the zealot who's currently attacking the queen, because we want our queen to take damage, because a zealot is just like killing a zergling is just like killing a drone. A zealot will kill a drone or a ling in 3 hits. It takes a lot more hits to kill a fucking queen. It takes, I don't know exactly, I think it takes like 8 hits to kill a queen or 9 hits to kill a queen, something like that. I can't remember, or maybe like 10 hits. I can't remember. It's a lot of hits though. It's a lot more hits than a drone or a zergling. We could do the math. It's literally 14. How many times does 14 go into 175? Like go over 175? 12 hits? Okay, I'll trust you. 12 hits. So yeah, you get my point. The queen tanks for a fucking long time. So we let our lings get behind the zealot, because lings actually do more DPS than the queen. And now we're going to kill the zealot off of our queen. That's the plan now with our things that we have. We don't want to fight zealots that are not being aggroed yet. They're currently aggroing to my queen right now. Or my lings, whatever's closer. But we go further. He starts hitting my queen with all of his fucking zealots in my base. So the first zealot's going to die. And what do we do with our drones? We aim move him at first. But then we look at how my drones are kind of lined up around him. They're like all fucking pushed out on the side, and there's no drones in the center right there. So what we do is we mine our gas. So all my drones walk through the zealots, And as soon as I get good surface area on the zealots, because I get through between, and I also can get drones between my queen and the zealot over here, because I can literally go through any unit. I just make these drones get all over these fucking zealots. So I mine the gas, and then as soon as the drones are literally inside the zealots, I then retell them to A move, like that. And now suddenly I pushed 2 zealots off the queen, which is nice, which means I just saved the queen's life. And now these 2 zealots are only fighting drones. My lings are still here, helping, and the queen is still helping because it's not dead now. And now we're still making lings. And now our queen is our natural. We go back and micro it because it also was doing the same thing. It was tanking a zealot. And we save it at the last second because we were finished with the fight in the main. And we run the queen around because what did I say earlier? A queen runs faster than a zealot and also a probe on creep. Like a queen can, or it doesn't really run faster than a probe, but it does run faster than a zealot. Probe doesn't matter because a probe hits like a little wet noodle. So the big one is zealots. We can actually outrun zealots all day. And now once we have these zealots isolated, we take a lot of lings and go overpower them. And queens can help behind too. So we've now successfully killed the majority of the initial zealots. He's chasing my queens. We did not inject or drop a tumor at first. We saved energy for transfuses on each of them. So now we can heal our queens up. And now my queens are a bit healthier again, which is great. And now we're looking to go overpower the gates. He's got a lot of zealots though, so we're like, you know what? Fuck it. We're winning the game because we're mining more than he is. I have better tech than he does. I have speed on the way. I can make a spine. I have queens, which are better than zealots. And we're making lings at a faster pace than he wants me to be doing right now. So what do we do here? This right here, Drooper, by the way. Thank you very much for the 3-month resub, dude. Welcome back. Welcome back, dude. Welcome back. This right here was the game-winning move. So, like, all these moves we've done so far up to this point have been nice. They've definitely helped us retain a good spot in this game. But this was the game-winning move right here. If I had to tell you any point, which was the most crucial point of the game, this was it right here. He splits his zealots in half. 3 and 2. He chases my queen with 2, and he runs into my main with 3. The reason why this is important is because if we attacked his 5 zealots here with all 20 of our lings right now, and we also used our queens to help as well, like if I just surrounded these zealots with these lings, I would probably kill all of these zealots. Like, chances are high that I would win this fight, unless it was like really awful positioning for me where I couldn't get a full surround. But I would most likely win this fight, but I would also most likely lose almost all of my Zerglings. So we would literally reset each other in terms of... It still means I would be in a good spot because if my queens stay alive, that's still a good position for me to be in. Because what are these queens doing? Why is the queens being alive meaning that every second that goes by, then I'm getting further ahead? The reason why that's important is because they generate energy, and the energy for queens is actually massively impactful in a situation like this because it gives more transfuses, and it also gives me the ability to start spreading creep, which is also going to make this even better. But with that aside, if I were to fight him with all 5 with my lings, we would probably just eliminate each other's units and we'd reset each other. But he just made 2 of his zealots run the opposite way, 3 run in the main. So I let him commit to the main. I run away from his zealots to the natural, and I surround the ones in the main with my lings. So now, this ratio, 20 lings to 5 zealots, is about a fair trade. It's equal cost. But now I'm fighting only 3 zealots with 20 lings. So this is no longer an equal trade. I'm going to overpower these zealots with like massive gains. Instead of me killing 5 zealots and him killing 20 lings, like as an equal trade, now I'm going to kill 3 zealots, and I'm not going to lose 12 lings for that. I'm probably only going to lose like 7 lings or 8 lings. Like I'm going to take a better trade because of that, because I'm overwhelming him. So I'm going to lose less than what is actually equal value. 4 lings to a zealot is equal value, and I'm not going to lose 4 lings to a zealot when it's only 3 versus 20. And now my queens just kite these boys over here. So his DPS is getting wasted on this side, and he's getting overpowered on this side. So I live with a fuckload of lings still left over. And then we don't let him retreat. We zone his zealots here, and now it's again another overwhelming amount of lings against only 2 zealots. And he didn't just kill 8 lings there; he killed 1. So now we're feeling good. We're like, oh, we took great trades there, and now suddenly we're ahead by 7 supply. Like, let's just go for this fight over here. Let's take a fight against this fucking, against this pylon. This is not necessarily needed. This is not required. I could have played this more patiently. I could have made a creep tumor like I did and waited for the creep to spread and just kept making lings as I was. Especially since I'm getting close to speed. I could really start overwhelming zealots. Like, I could actually kill zealots that spawn out of the gateway while his current zealots are like here chasing a queen. And as soon as I kill new units out of the gateways, I could come back with my lings and then overpower these zealots over here. I could have done a lot of things with creep spread and speed. And I could have also made a spine crawler shove him forward and fought with a spine and queens against zealots in high numbers. There's many things I could have done. But I chose to fight him with the lings because we just won 2 fights just now previously. But wasn't the best fight for us because we're fighting new zealots as well that keep popping out of the gates. So we kind of reset each other. But it doesn't really matter that much. Because even though we kind of just reset each other right there, I'd still have another round of lings, and now we have the spine. The spine is literally the game ender. Because for him to engage that spine, that's quite difficult. Because this spine, what it can do is I can spread my creep far enough to where I can actually have the spine sieging the gates and also smacking the spine crawler, or smacking the pylon, so that his zealots always have, it forces his zealots to push forward because his zealots are melee. If they just sit there, they're going to die eventually anyways. So when he pushes forward, it gives me the ability to kite him with queens, to poke him with a spine, to wrap my lings around him if I need to. I can do a lot of things. Lots of options, but there you go, boys. That's how we dealt with a 4-gate. Proxy 4-gate. Zealots. Proxy 4-gate. Oh. You can't ignore me now that I'm a sub. I never ignored you. I even answered your last question when you weren't a sub. When you were like, I'll sub if you get promoted today. I acknowledged that. I said something about that. Crazy. Hey. I don't know if this is I don't know if that's like cool dude or if that's like cool dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what he says after that to figure that out. Okay, that was more of a cool dude. You tell me, bro. I mean, fuck. Sorry. Lots of people love the series, man. What was my peak MMR? I've been rank 1 GM before when I used to be a pro gamer. It's the same guy. Fucking Jesus. He's gonna make me get promoted by playing no games. Oh my god. I don't really feel bad for this guy anymore. Alright, well, if he's going to stay in the game, we'll do it as if it's normal. I mean, it's probably going to quit. He sounds pretty salty. But, yeah, we'll see. So he's a Terran player. We will do a standard opener against Terran. Standard opener against the Terran. And we'll be taking our third base, you know, pretty soon as well. We'll see if we get, I don't know, we're probably going to get all in or something, who knows. It doesn't matter. I mean, we're going to be scouting anyways to figure things out. I don't know how serious this game is going to be. Okay, a Tech Lab Barracks. That's already a little off. It's a little different. We'll be taking our third now in just a sec. Larva still is priority. We made our jungle our third fast in case he made a Reaper, because you kind of expect Terrans to always make Reapers, which is kind of standard. He's not getting an upgrade on this Tech Lab still. We can run out of his base. I'm gonna run a Ling around both sides of the map really fast, and I'm gonna have a Ling go to the center of his base really fast. Because when you think about it, okay, there's ghosts. So hide my overlords actually if I can. Let's get it, since it's ghost, let's get a roach run and start mining gas again. The one thing about Ghost that's kind of scary is if this dude proxies a I kind of want to talk to this guy, but at the same time I also don't see the point at all. He's just a salty dude. Don't worry, guys. I don't even need to say anything, okay? I don't even need to say anything because the salt levels are going to get really fucking high really fast. I don't even need to say anything. We're fine. Like, the second I win this game, I'm going to just hear a bunch of complaining. Okay, so he's got a medevac. We see the medevac, right? We see the medevac. That medevac represents 4 ghosts going into medevac, going to my base. So a great way to respond to this is going to be, let's get a couple extra queens. So we can actually kill the medevac. And we should probably get some roaches now. Because he does also have a factory. This could be for tanks. It has a tech lab on it. It could be for cyclones. It could be Hellion Cyclone Ghost or some shit. That actually is a real comp. But we are going to be going into a few roaches for now. And there it is. There's the ghost of my base. Queens, run to the medevac. Snipe the medevac as much as we can. Just DPS it down. Okay, good shit. We just did a lot of damage to it. We'll get a creep teamer here. So we can, what's it called? Be more mobile with my queens. And just keep spreading the creep. And we can go ahead and start another base just because our larva is getting spent pretty well and, you know, we're gonna start getting a little bit of excess money. So let's go, because our drone count's looking pretty decent overall. Let's go and send another link forward. And we're making drones too because we know he expanded. That's the other thing too. We know he took a natural. Let's get an overseer. And we can go ahead and scout him with it. Okay, so the ghost attack is dead. We can get a Baneling Nest, Hydroden, melee Carapace for now, because we don't know what he's going for exactly. Just keep threading the creep. That's really all it comes down to right now. Now we can start making some Hydras. There's a third base. There's a couple tanks. More Ghost again. Oh, battlecruisers. Okay. Alright then. So let's go ahead and get a Spire. Let's also go ahead and group my queens up and we'll make one new round of queens really fast. And we can attack these BCs with our Hydra Queen for now. And send my drones back to mining the mineral lines. Okay, inject my bases with all these new queens we made. Fix my bases with saturation that have problems. And because we now realize, oh, he went for BCs. Let's go ahead and just do a little bit, and like, you know, we also killed his army. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a counterattack now. Let's go hit his third he's trying to take down. And we're making drones behind this because we also just shoved the BCs away. And we also scouted his base and saw like really no ground army. It's just a couple of tanks. Go ahead and get a Spore Crawler. And now we have a Spire we can go into here for you know, the good stuff. Kill another tank. Oh, now we got Hellions being made. We can take another base. There's no reason not to. Take a Hive in a second here when this is done. And now he's going into Hellions. Let's go ahead and make a couple spines per base. Along with spores, because it looks like if he's going Hellion, Ghost, BC, guys, looks like we're playing full-fledged mech here. That is 100% what this looks like. So if we're playing full-fledged mech here, an easy way we can deal with this, a nice composition we can go for now, is literally Roaches and Corruptors. We're gonna make another round of Roaches. Just some right now. Because we have a lot of queens to deal with BCs if he comes to my base again. Like, or a Liberator or whatever. We'll get melee and range weapons. We're getting Carapace on the Spire. And here comes the Hellions. This is why we made Spines and Roaches right now. And we made it off of the good economy already that we have. Okay, drone count is still at 81. We're still looking pretty fucking solid on our drones. And now we can make some Corruptors because we have a lot of money. And we can go poke. Let's go poke and let's just make sure. What if you guys had to guess, what do you think the goal right now of the game should be for us? Think about it for a second and then I'll tell you. The goal should be, do not let him have a fourth base. Because I don't expect to kill his third with this. we just made drones, we just made spines, we just teched the hive. We just set up the in-game for ourselves, so I have no real grounds to kill him right now. But I could make it harder for him to expand again. 100%. So don't let him have a 4th base, should be our goal right now. Because if I'm on 5 fucking bases and he's on 3, that's a great position for Zerg to be in. And this is also just something I feel like saying just because of this guy's attitude so far. I really, let's see how good I am at reading people and predicting what people say. When this game is over, I think this guy's going to say something along the lines of, I can't believe it took you X amount of minutes to beat a Masters 3 player, you suck. That's just my guess, okay? That's another guess right there. But now let's go back to playing the game. So now he actually took his 4th, so yeah, we kind of let him, we just scouted it, he didn't have it at first, and then as soon as I came back, he now has it. But it's okay, because now we know where to attack. We know exactly where we want to be attacking from. So what we're going to do is we're going to make Broodlords. Greater Spire is done. Make another Carapace upgrade on the Greater Spire. And then we also have a lot of Corruptors coming. A lot of Corruptors are on their way to come and reinforce in case he goes into more Liberator, more Battlecruiser, anything like that. And we're spreading creep in the meantime. Okay, let's go. Let's also send my roaches down to his natural, because roaches are pretty fucking terrible right now, so we're going to get rid of the supply. They're awful units at this point. Okay, he's going into Thor's Lurker Den. We haven't made it yet, but let's make it now. Corruptors, go kill that BC. Transfuse some of my queens. Transfuse my Broodlords and stuff. And let's go ahead and make a few more. Actually, you know what? This is a lot. It's a lot of Thors. Let's just back up. Let's make a round of Zerglings, because now we want to save our gas for Lurker. That's a lot of Thors. So we know now we know his composition again. He rotated. He's gone into full Thor. Like, you really want to be careful about fighting Thors with broods. It's fucking scary. Okay, let's go ahead and get Lurker upgrades. Let's have our Lings go and attack his planetary. See what we can do. We might honestly be able to kill it. Just send your Lings in both directions around it really fast. Like, just get a nice concave, surround it, attack it. It's getting close to dying. It's probably not going to die though. I don't think we have enough Lings. It's okay. We didn't necessarily need to kill it. Okay, run our drones. We're just waiting for the Lurkers right now, guys. We can take a new base up here too. Why not? Okay, and we made a couple more Broodlords as well, because we have a lot of Corruptors too, and he doesn't have a lot of air. Okay, let's go ahead and go. Lurkers can burrow right out here on the edge. Make another round of Lings while we're taking the fight. Let's inject our bases too at the same time. And looks like we're good. We still have a lot of broods, so it looks like we're gonna be okay. We have Lings reinforcing too. Dead. Dude, Thor's fucking owning the shit over Lord so bad. It's so crazy how that trade goes now. It's so heavy on the Thors, and we took a lot of drone losses there though. During like to the Hellions and shit, so let's make one round of drones really quick. Let's transfer our drones to a new base. Like, fix our economy. We can retake this base. And drone count now, what is it at? 71. We've kind of fixed it a lot more. Quite a bit. Creep. We can spread some creep again just to give ourselves more control of the game. This dude just lost a whole army, so we keep that in mind. This is why it's a nice time to replace our drone count. We shouldn't be afraid of dying right now. Okay, what is he making this time? More Thors? More Hellions? I can try and surround these maybe. Yeah, it's just Thor Hellion. Okay, so let's make Hydras and Lurkers. He's going back into Thor Hellion comp, which is totally fine. We don't need to go into a mass Broodlord comp against this. Broodlords would be better if he was going into like tanks and shit. So he's trying to clear our creep out so he can expand. Since he's way the hell up on the top side of the map, how about we just try to counterattack his base? Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can pop a depot. Hey, look at that. Wouldn't you know it? This is why good creep spread is also really impactful. Because we saw him on the top side of the map only because our creep is up there. Alright, all our lings are dead. It's okay. Not the end of the world. Because those lings already served their purpose, which was being annoying as hell. And now make lurkers again. Spread some more creep wherever we can. Okay, we just rapid fired injects in all of our hatcheries. So that is nice. He still has not taken his base yet because the creep is still annoying the shit out of him in his way. And he's going back into tanks again now. So now what we can do is we can now actually add in some more broods again because he's going tanks. And let's finish off our supply with corruptors again. And look at his army. It's super out of position again, right? It's just chilling on the creep. I see it. You know what? Let's not do this. Yeah, let's not do this. I was gonna go do a little lurker counter, but yeah, let's not do that. Let's get ready because he's pushing now. So let's get ready for this. So go ahead in there, corruptor. Lurkers can back up a little bit. We can transfer our drones down that are getting sieged like shit down to this base and just make a new hatchery. And make a new round of corruptors. Wait for him to unsiege. Like right now and go. Go, 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 go. Now just make a lot of lings behind it again, just like last time. His army is bruised as fuck right now. And we can get the rest of our air out of there. And our lings can come finish the job. His army being hybrid is actually pretty good. Okay, go around him. And attack him with the reinforcing lings. The Hellbats were nice. Well, let's just, how about we just kill his command center then? Alright. So here, we can try something different too. Only because this guy keeps playing super heavy hybrid style. He's very, very, very heavy on the hybrid style of play. We'll try something totally different right now. And this will be against hybrid players, okay? We'll stop using broods altogether. Stop using broods and we'll try something different.
We require
Because he's doing it again. He's going back into Tank Thor again. The only reason why I'm saying we're going to stop using Broods as well is because Broodlords are more expensive. Broodlords are actually more expensive than Thors.
We require more minerals. Our forces are under attack.
That was nice by him. Killed a lot of drones right there. Okay, let's go ahead and attack him with everything. And blinding cloud the shit out of his army. So we just threw some blinding clouds at him with Hydra Ling. And we just kind of wrecked the army. Nice. Make some new drones because he killed a lot of drones down there. And kill his army. Nice, nice, nice. We can go ahead and replenish my Vipers again. Let's heal them up too. Like the ones that got really fucked up. Heal them up. There we go. Transfer some drones. Take a new base. Is he coming down here? Yes, he is. You coming up the ramp? No. He's gonna try and clear the 6 dimension out. Let's go for his Hellions right here. Yeah, let's try and kill the base. Okay, we'll just go back into Hydra Viper again. More Hydra Viper. And our drone count still needs to be a... Oh, okay, well, this base is going to die. We can make a drop lord here, and we can try and evacuate some of our drones. Send some drones down here.
A creature is a mineral field depleted.
Well, we can go for it. Just blinding cloud his shit. Or abducted if he tries to run away. Okay, that was a nice little trade. Refill my Vipers again. Okay, he's going down to my base again with more Hellions. Try and get, like, maybe like spread my drones out a little bit. Just remake drones right now because he's killing a lot of them again. Okay, good shit. Here he is. I'm gonna retake this base in a second. And also, like, retake some creep. Let's send, like, one drone as well, right here really fast, and see if he's taking this base on the top. He's not taking that base yet. So, but he does have Hellions up here again. Let's get some more overseers so I can have some more changelings. Okay, so here's something we can do. If this guy's like this kind of a player where you're like, Jesus Christ, bro. He's fucking annoying. Check this out. Ready? You guys ready for this? We're gonna do a lurker counter. Let's go ahead and start abducting his units. Retake my drones on this base. Burrow my lurkers up here. Now let's go ahead and move forward and go wipe out this base on top. Simultaneously, we can wipe out this base on the bottom. So burrow lurkers. Burrow lurkers. Burrow lurker. There you go. That base is going to eventually die. And now Vipers can come in. Blinding Clouds and Thors. We can kill this base in the bottom. Get the fuck out of here. He wants tips? I'll actually, I'm not be a dick. I won't be a dick.
Our drones are under attack.
Okay, well he wants to, he's asked me for tips and he's killing my fucking drones and shit. This guy is a class act. Yeah, and he's still playing the game, so fuck it. This will be the last fight, though. He'll see just tanks, and we'll blinding cloud it, or he'll just die. He complains that I'm... Oh my god. Dude. Oh, come on. Could you... I feel like I just dealt with one of the most irrational people I've ever dealt with on StarCraft. Even though he's being such a dick. Like, so, like, he's just, you know, he's just being a little bit of a dick. I still look past it and I'm like, yeah, he wants tips. He genuinely wants help. I'll help him. And then I help him and then he goes right back into it again anyways. It's just extremely salty. An extremely salty person. I can't even, if we were actually not typing and we were actually talking, I wouldn't be able to understand what he's saying. Because of the amount of salt that would just be falling out of his mouth each time he says a word. Bullshit. I heard you say bullshit. Yeah, what's up, Annie? How you doing? That was nice too. Fuck. Sorry. Shit, we should have broke that game down. My bad, guys. I got kind of distracted. Just kind of speaking about that game. Long story short, Thors are insane, okay? Thors are actually insane. And it's really making me never want to go Broodlords against Thors. That's the long story short right there. Like, Thors are nuts.
You deserve bits for that game.
Yo, Blue Jedi, thank you very much, man, for the 520 bits. Thank you very much, dude.
We require more minerals.
Is it hard to win against Thor tank without Vipers then? I'm starting to feel that way, yeah. I'm starting to feel like I honestly just prefer Viper against Thor tank a little bit more than Broodlord now. Like, not in, so in low leagues, I still recommend Broodlord. Do not recommend Viper in lower leagues. But in like, once you get to like Masters, yeah, I'm starting to think I might like Lurker Broodlord. Or, sorry, Lurker Viper Hydra better. Lurkers are amazing because you can just like counter bases with them and be really annoying in that regard. But Vipers, I feel like against Thor tank are actually pretty fucking nice compared to Broods. Broods just get pounded. Okay, we're getting all in. Broods get pounded so damn hard. Yo, Luther, thank you very much, man, for the sub. Luther! Thank you, baby. Do you have a natural? Hey, I think the answer is... Oh, he does. I think I'm still going to make a spine. Just kidding. I'm going to cancel it. I really don't want to chase that all the way down and then miss an inject because of that. Inject is more important. So let's inject first. And the Overlord's going to be gone now, so I'm not going to kill it. It's totally fine.
We require more minerals.
And again, in a situation like this, this is, in my opinion, a great time to go Mutalisk build. Let's try and get into his base and see. He pulled off the ramp, so I can actually get into his main. Gas starting. Gas starting. This is why I think mutas are great. I'm fully saturated on 2 bases. He is not fully saturated on 2 bases. Also, he hasn't even started mining gas yet, and we already have a layer. This is a good position to be in. I was a really, like, I think him making the spine was a bit overcommitted in my base. And we made a spine as well because I wasn't really sure if he was going to go for like a full-fledged all-in with how he was trying to build a spine. It's like he was hoping that I just wouldn't notice it, is what it seems like. But either way, we had a great reaction to what he did, so it worked out really well. Let's go and take our own 3rd base right now. And let's, now that we're fully saturated on 2 bases, let's go ahead and start making our own lings.
We require more minerals.
Fix that gas right there. We have one more drone being made for it. And we're good. And we're going to send a queen to our 3rd. This queen is still chasing overlords. We can start killing his queens with some of our lings. Let's go ahead and get a weapon upgrade on my mutas. And let's start killing his queens in the middle of the map. His queens are very exposed. Speed's not done yet though, so I can't get on these other 2 queens probably before they get back to creep. Because creep right now is probably like here for him. He's most likely making tumors. And there it is. And he's going for a roach behind this. We have a great position right now. This is going to be a Nidus Overlord, probably. Notice how it doesn't give a shit. Okay, it kind of does a little bit. But yeah, kill Overlords first. Let's go make sure he's not making a Nidus here or here. Now that we're killing Overlords, we can make a round of drones to saturate our third with, so we can have more production. And behind this, let's make 2 more buildings. Bane Nest, Evo Chamber. So I can go into melee upgrades and Banelings. We can also take another base because we can take gas there eventually if the game develops to that point. Okay, Lings can go deny that third base. I don't really want to waste my Mutas time on that. Also, look, he's going for a counter at the same time anyways. Okay, let's actually turn our Lings around. And yeah, as I say, he looks like he's running to my base and circumventing me. I would rather kill his roaches and save all my drones than kill his third and lose a lot of my drones, because I don't know how many roaches are on this side. Apparently it's only 3, but there could have been like 12 more or 15 more like over there. I don't want to trade third for third, because I have a lead if I save the third either way. And now that I just killed his roaches, let's leave like a Zergling in each potential attack path that he could come from. Mutas can defend, and Lings can attack the third again. Okay, kill his queens. Let's go and get range weapon level 2, Baneling speed, melee upgrade. Okay, and now he's playing defensive. That's totally fine. If he's going to be oh, they're just kidding. Roaches. Go up with the Mutas. Kill those roaches. And keep making just mutiling. More roaches. He's got burrow move. Okay, get burrow. Or I mean, get overlord speed. And we're gonna run our drones from our third just for a sec. Just for a sec. Lings can go to my natural, Mutas can go to my main. The third shouldn't die. But we're just going to clean this up without taking many drone losses. And now let's go ahead and make a couple spines at my base. Mutas can fly back to my third base now. Make drones still. Make a couple spines at my natural. Third base is secure again. Go to my... just kidding. He's going here with a lot of roaches. Bring these Mutas back for this. Lings and Mutas attack. Okay, so he killed my fourth. That's totally fine. Have an overseer on oversight mode there. Chase the roaches. Make a couple of spines. Take a fourth base. Again. And fix my saturations. I know they're going to be fucked up right now because we just made a lot of spines and a lot of drones got rotated around. Let's make a third spine in every base. We can make another spine here because that one's going to die. This is why spines are so good.
We require more minerals.
Okay, let's go ahead and get an infestation pit. And fix my saturation, get my queen again. Get a carapace upgrade on my spire. Get level 2 melee on my Evo. And now let's make Ling Bane, guys. No more Mutas. No more Mutas at this point. Oh, hello, more roaches.
The high cluster is under attack.
Okay, well he's going all in with these roaches, just so you guys know. This is not like a macro build. This is like he has no transition behind this.
Mineral field depleted.
GG. So what we could do then is once again there's a fuckload of roaches on our side of the map. We could just go kill them, and then all we'd have to do is once we clean it up, we make a lot of lings. We turn those lings into banes, which is because we have enough mutas, guys. We have 30 mutas. 30 mutas is like, that's like, you got plenty. That is a good amount of mutas. That's a fuckload. We don't need to go for like 60 mutas. The reason why we would go ling bane is to kill his base. What is the only way this guy can defend himself? What is the only way this guy can defend himself if I go mass mutas? Spore crawlers, hydras, infestors. All three of those things get totally fucked on by banes that are just spread out and just come in all crazy. I can totally rip his bases apart with banes right now, guaranteed. And then if you're to think like this, well, what if he just makes lurkers too? What if he has infestor, lurker, spore, hydra? All I would say against that is actually very unlikely to happen, only because, like I just said a second ago, when right before he GG'd, I said the amount of roaches that he's sending at my base is pretty all in. There's no transition here. Like, you can't afford everything in the game all at once. You can't be like, I'm gonna mass roaches on you with burrow move, and then at the same time I'm just going lurker, hydra, infestor with spores. You can't do that. It's too much. Like that. Look at his actual base. Look at the drone count. He's got 47. He's got fucking 7 drones on his third. Looks like this one just arrived as well. So he had 6 drones on his third for the longest time. Natural is fine. Main is fine. He does have a hydra den. He does have a couple spores, but he has 0 hydras. Sorry, he has 2 hydras. I'm just kidding. They're right there. He has 2 hydras. He has no infestors. He has no spores at the third. In total, he has 2 spores. Like, it's expensive to do everything at once. And the amount of roaches he kept sending at me and sending at me and sending at me and sending at me and sending at me, we didn't really take a ton of losses. We maintained 3 base saturation like the whole time. So, yeah, like, again, the point is if he actually does start assembling a defense, the only one that realistically could happen at this point would probably be Hydra Spore Crawler Queen. And if he does Hydra Spore Queen, Ling Bane, like I said before, can just fucking rampage the base. Like, I just kill the base. I literally just throw Banes at the hatchery while also killing drones. Like, I just like walk Banes into the mineral line. And then as if they die here, they're dying still next to the hatchery, and they're exploding on the hatchery as well when they're getting killed by roaches or whatever. I could just throw money at him all day at that point. That's why Ling Bane makes sense. Ling Bane is designed to kill his base, while mutas are designed to protect ours. Alright, and really quickly, we didn't really talk about this. I'm going to take a step back really fast before we finish this, in case we finish it off next game. I want to look at the ZVT we played. Because this was really the first game I would actually say in this BTGM series that I started thinking that Vipers were, you know, more necessary over Broods. Against Thors. Thors are honestly just way too good, man. Against, they're way too good against Broodlords, man. Broodlords just get totally destroyed. So this game hasn't opened up too crazy. We talked about this already earlier in this game. He opened up with ghosts and a medevac and a late natural. This is the only kind of person who does this kind of a build that I ever encounter is honestly rough. The guy named RUFF. He's the only person I have ever seen that does ghost drops, like as an opener. All you got to do against this, roaches, and get some extra queens. Just literally make roaches and get some extra queens. Extra queens, kill the medevac, The roaches kill the ghost. And whatever lings you have left over, they always jump on the ghost when they're down really fast because lings are super speedy. And they smack the ghost and they keep interrupting their snipes. If the lings die, you do not have to remake them. It is okay. You don't have to. Lings honestly kind of suck in this situation. The only reason why I have them is because, you know, it's a standard opener for Zerg. But we made roaches as a response to ghost. We ended up killing the medevac with our queens. So now his ghost drop is totally done. And look at the difference in supply right now. Already. What this build does, if you don't really take a lot of drone losses, which right now so far we've only taken 3 drone losses up to this point. If you don't really lose a lot of drones and your opponent delays their natural really hard to go for ghost, and then on top of that you kill the medevac, not only does that give you a drone window because their whole rush is over, but also you had way more drones in them to begin with because they delayed their expansion for so long to go for a tech timing. It puts you in a situation where you can totally be like this, where you're like, wow, the game is only 7 minutes in, 8 minutes in, and we're almost doubling his supply already. I'm in 120, he's 68. We're solid here. Stuff like that. We didn't know he was going BCs because as our overseer is getting into his base, he's already committed to the BCs because our tech got slowed down a little bit because we had to make roaches for the ghost. So my overseer is delayed. I didn't see these BCs before they showed up. I have 0 preparation for this right now. But at the same time, we made extra queens to deal with the medevac. And when we made extra queens, we made like literally an extra like 3 queens in total. Like it's not like a lot. It's okay. Like in total right now, I have 5 queens, guys. I have 5 queens and I have no more queens in production except for this one. I'm about to have 6, I guess. But what's about to happen now is I'm about to make another queen on every hatchery immediately because I'm expecting all my queens to die. I am honestly expecting my queens to die. So right now I'm like, oh, BC's teleporting my base. Let's make a queen on every hatchery so I can have injecting for the next inject that pops off. And the current queens I have can go fight the BCs, and if they die, they die. If they don't die, cool. They're probably going to die though. And then when his BCs are not at any base, whatever base they're not at, I will make just one, not like 4 or 5 fucking spores, just 1 spore per mineral line. So look at the production tab right now. It should be lots of queens get made and 1 spore per base. And also I had hydras in production already too. So 1 spore per base. Queens are getting made. And we push him away. That was not the most cost-efficient defense, but it was according to what we had. We had no preparation for this. For what we had, it was a great defense. I don't think hydras are the go-to against BCs. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but we didn't really have a choice. We already had made hydras. We already committed to hydras before they actually got into our base. So now, as a reaction to this, we made a spire. I made only 1 base that I make a couple more spores at, which was next to the spire. Because I'm not actually ready to deal with this. So if he teleports BCs onto my spire right now, I could lose the spire and it could be even more annoying. So I made a couple more spores just because they're guarding a spire. That's it. This is the only base that has 3 spores at it, and I made a triangle of spores around the spire. So no matter where his BCs come from, they're going to get hit by 1 or 2 spores at a time. Every other base is 1 spore. 1 spore. This one will be 1 spore. And then I drone again because he just lost his attack. So now if we look at the worker count, 73 to 46. And we know he took a 3rd. We scouted it a second ago with our overseer. So we're like, maybe we can go fuck this up. We just poke him with the excess roaches we had from earlier on. And we don't really do a whole lot of damage. But at the same time, we scout that he's still making Ghost. We scout that he's making Liberator. We scout that he's making Hellions. We scouted that he had tanks again. So I'm not scared. His army is really tiny. It's way too diverse to be like... And also he had a 3rd. It was an easy drone window. And now he's going mech is what it looks like. So we went into Roach Corruptor for now because we're dealing with... Roaches deal with everything on the ground. And Corruptors deal with Liberator and BC on the air. And now we have a nice tech. It's a hive. And our goal again right now should be don't let him take a 4th base. Like we talked about earlier. If we can, we don't have to take fights against mass tanks like this, but if we can prevent it, don't let him take a fourth. And then, you know, he ends up setting this up, so there's really no way I can deny this. What I'm going to start doing here pretty soon is I'm going to start using Nidus Worms, guys, a lot more. Probably not in Masters 3. I'll probably start using Nidus Worms in Masters 2. And I want you guys to just see an opportunity here, okay? Imagine Terran has a tank army like this at his fourth base. Imagine if I just make a Nidus Worm right here into his main. We're going to start using Nidus Worms more to harass in Masters 2. So next Zerg video, we'll definitely start, like, not every game, but in opportunities like this, it's a very great time to make a fucking Nidus Worm. It's going to be something we're going to start using in our in-game battles against pretty much every race. You can abuse positioning really hard on people with the Nidus. And now he had a lot of tanks, so we committed to Broods for the first fight. Brood Corruptor for the first fight because he had so many fucking tanks. He ends up showing up with Thors. Thors are god mode against Broodlord, so we start going into Lurker. We almost killed a Planetary. Not quite, though. And then during the fight, what do? We make Zerglings. And the reason why we make Zerglings is because our Broodlords and our Broodlings are going to get rid of a lot of his tanks, and they're going to get rid of a lot of his Hellbats in the front. Like, basically, we're going to thin out a lot of the shit that's going to kill Lings really easily, for the most part. He's going to most likely have Thors that are still left over, because there's a lot of them. That is the majority of his army now, is Thors. Like, in terms of supply alone, he's got the highest investment of supply into Thors. But these Broods are going to definitely break apart a lot of his army. So the Lurkers are going to break apart part of his army. Lurkers and Broods are going to help kill the Hellbats right away. The Broodlings are going to pick off the front line of stuff. Thors are most likely going to, you know, kill a lot of my shit too in the process, which is going to open up my supply. So both of our armies are going to get thinned out really hard, and I can remax Lings, or not really necessarily remax, but remake a lot of Lings in supply really fast, which can quickly swarm and overwhelm the rest of his army. So making Lings in fights like this is amazing. Yo, thank you for the sub, French Baguette. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you can see my army's mostly dead. His army is mostly dead, but he has a lot of shit still here. And then suddenly our Lings get remade. And we come over here and flood him with a lot of Lings. And Lings just wipe out the remainder. And these are level 3 melee Adrenal Lings. And now we can go back into making whatever we want to. We're making drones at first to fix our drone count, so we're back to a good SCV, or a good economy. His Hellion's killed a lot of drones there. He's killed 45 so far this game. And then now we scouted his army right there with our Lings. We didn't just throw the Lings away. We killed a couple things that was easy to kill. But then we scouted, oh, he's going Viking and Thor and Hellion again. And against Viking, Thor, Hellion, we already still have a lot of Corruptors, but we start going into Hydra now. And these Lings do a little bit of a counterattack. This is the exact same concept of like a Nidus Worm. You just counter him when you see him on the other side of the map. We saw him on the north side over here a second ago because he was scanning and killing my creep. This is why creep is also so good, because you pull your opponent out of position to like clear new bases. And when they don't prepare properly for like counters, like this was, you just can potentially gut the base of Terran from inside out. Now we're going lots and lots of Lurker this time. This time I think this is the army where we had just Corruptor Broodlord, Lurker. The thing that made this really hard in this fight is these Liberators, I'm not gonna lie. If these Liberators did not exist, my current army would make a lot of sense. But because of these Liberators, the Thors can cover the Liberator from the Corruptor, and the Liberator can cover his Thors from the Lurker. Because both of these units have really good siege range with their, like the distance they can siege me at. So it's kind of scary. And they can both kill shit really fast. So this army is actually really hard for me to engage with Lurker Broodlord and Corruptor. So we get kind of fucked here a little bit. Honestly, I did not expect Liberators that much. I expected more Viking and Thor and Hellbat. The tanks don't really matter. If the Liberators didn't exist, the tanks wouldn't matter as much. Because I could push his Thors with Lurker Brood while his tanks shoot Broodlings. But I can't push with Lurker if his Liberators are going to kill them all. But then we went for a fight because he unsieged. And this is actually a good opportunity for me because we're not running into a siege. We're running into someone who's not prepared. So we burrow. We get a couple good juicy cleaves off. He sieges as we burrow. And once again, we remake Zerglings in this fight. With our larva. So I can overwhelm the remainder. A lot of my army dies, a lot of his army dies. It kind of trades out again. But my army is a little bit more expensive than his army in that kind of a trade. So if we look at resources lost, I'm probably going to be losing this. And there you go. I'm down by 6,000. It's the Zerg army that I'm using is more expensive than his Terran army. Like a Broodlord is actually more expensive than a Thor, and a Broodlord is less supply than a Thor. So now this is when we take make the decision to go. Let's just start going for Blinding Cloud, like Viper, Hydra Ling, Lurker Hydra Viper. So I can use Lurkers to counterattack his base, and I can use Ling Hydra Viper in main fights if it's mostly just tank Thor and like air units. If he was using a lot of Hellbats, I could either use my Lurkers in part of my army as well, or I could even make some Banes possibly. Here comes the first big fight, the hybrid army. We blinding caught him up. Our Hydra's coming from the bottom, kill a lot of his stuff. Not a bad trade. It's so crazy, that one Thor just killed 3 Hydras before it died. And then yeah, at this point in the game, all we're really doing is making our drone count stay solid. We should be making more right now because he is killing drones Italians constantly, and we are making more. We're trying to save some drones over here too. He's shoving the bases. We're just trying to keep our drone count pretty healthy overall. And then we can use Blinding Cloud if if the Terran stays and fights, we can use Blinding Cloud. If he runs, we can abduct. Get some kills, get some picks. Keep the Vipers happy and high energy. Give them the Red Bulls. He's killing more drones, we're making more drones. Always trying to replace drones, making more drones. Our drone count's getting fucked up a bit, but what are we doing? We're not going all in now, we're making drones again. So we're trying to fix his drone count constantly. He's still killing drones with Hellions. He's doing a good job of being really fucking annoying with his army. And yeah, at this point now, the Abduct and the Blinding Cloud has worked great against what he's been doing. He doesn't like his hybrid composition basically is you know, it's not doing the best. He doesn't like here's why. He doesn't have enough anti-air, like enough Thor and other air units, or really it's just Thors. He doesn't have enough Thors to punish my Viper, and the reason why he's also not punishing my Vipers with his anti-air is because his Vikings and his Liberators were getting kind of stuck on my Corruptor, because they're there as well. But his Thors totally will shoot my Vipers a lot, but he doesn't have enough Thor to pop a lot of my Viper. So we're able to get Blinding Clouds off more realistically, and it's working great against his hybrid comp because we Blinding Cloud the Thor and then we Blinding Cloud the tank. We lock down a lot of his army from being able to DPS while we kill the shit out of his army pretty fast. Meanwhile, his army is also usually in one place at a time, so now we've opened it up to where we can counterattack with Lurker. And now doing something like this with Lurkers, where we just have like 8 to 10 Lurkers, or it's 7, just out-siege a planetary, and suddenly we just wipe out a base. So that's one expansion gone. We're killing this base with our current army. And when this base dies, if we really look at the economy right now, nothing. He's got a couple minerals here. It's barely anything. Nothing and nothing. He's got 1 gas with 200 gas on it. So he's mined out. If these bases die, which they just did, he has 0 income to do anything with anymore. So now the rest of his money is literally just what he has in the bank. Okay. That's it. Long story short, I actually do think Hydraling Lurker Viper is good against hybrid. More than Broodlords now. I think Broodlords are great against tank heavy Terrans, but I think I think I still will go Broods for that. I will still make a Spire against Terran. But I think Broods against hybrid Terrans is actually scary as fuck. And you could totally die. He was slightly toxic. He was super toxic. The dude I just played. The whole time he was like, "Why are you picking on low leagues? No one likes you." I was like, "What? Are you sure? Is that how life works? No one likes me because I'm making Bronze Sagium. You could have fooled me because I thought a lot of people liked it." I think you're the only one who doesn't like it, and you're just saying shit because you're upset. Stop being so upset.
You're an outstanding teacher, inspirational and a true gentleman. Thank you for all you do.
Yo, Luther, WK! Bro! Thank you very much for the 10, man. And I'm glad you like the series. Thank you for supporting it. You beautiful, beautiful man. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Spawn more overlords.
Ugh.
Spawn more overlords.
Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Alright, what we're going for now is 16 hatch against Protoss. We'll go gas pool.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
Okay, let's scout his base up here on the other side. Another overlord will go in front of my base to scout for like the front of adepts and shit that could push me. Give me more warning. Gateway. Where's your core? There it is. This wall is a bit awkward. I don't know if that's touching. And that's a double gap right there. I don't know if that's touching. It doesn't look like it's touching. Okay, so we're looking for his second pylon, and right now we're going to start making some lings so we can deal with his harassment. We're just making 4 to start. And it's a Stargate. That's totally cool. Let's go ahead and get our Overlord out of here now. Alright, we'll leave the first one in the back so I can scout what's coming out of the Stargate, but let's send our second Overlord home now because we know it's going to die if I commit it now. I don't want it to die. Is it unnecessary for it to die?
We require more minerals.
What are you going to make? Ling speed's almost done. Let's get a couple more lings. Not a ton, just a couple. He's making a void ray. Okay, we're making queens. And we're also now going to do this. We're going to get an Evo chamber because he's making a void ray. We just made a few more lings and now we're going back into drones immediately. Let's go to his third immediately right now. And let's spread our creep some more. No third there. Make another queen in every hatchery. Make a melee upgrade, and let's get a roach warren as well. And just start spreading my creep. Check the third again. Are you taking it? Yes, you are. And he's got a depth at it. Okay, so we're going to take a fourth. Let's also take a layer right now. And start a fourth base. So I can't really kill that third yet because I don't have +1 melee. Plus, he's also got a depth tucked in a pylon pocket. And a void ray sitting there. He's also got cannon battery starting. This is seeming like Sky Toss. We rally my hatcheries to their own bases. Take gases at my bases. Let's go check out his forge again at his natural and his core. And let's see if he's still see how he's upgrading on the core, guys. That's an air upgrade. See how he's upgrading on the forge. That could be a ground upgrade, but it also could be shields. But that upgrade is fucking massive. That's an air upgrade right there. This is a cannon, and you know he's making cannon battery. People that usually want to do ground timings don't make cannons and batteries defensively this fast. Usually that's going to be gateway units. So chances are like super high that we're fighting Sky Toss now. Let's go get a macro hatch. Let's take another base. And we have a bunch of Phoenix coming at my base right now, which is okay. Let's make one last round of queens. Group my queens up and make another round. Transfuse my queens. Focus fire his Phoenix. This is a good trade for us, guys. We've lost like 2 queens so far. He's lost like 3 Phoenix. Take another melee upgrade. Make another round of lings now, because we have good drone count. We have 82 drones already. 82 drones is pretty solid. We're still gonna make some more, but I want to make one more round of lings in case this guy does like adepts with Phoenix next time. Like he's still making mass Phoenix. We're just spreading creep. And now that he's kind of like, we can get Carapace on our Spire. Let's get an Infestation Pit and inject our bases. And we can take a lot of drones for our base up here because we're probably about to lose some drones there. Now that his Phoenix are super out of position, let's, we remade drones. Let's go potentially attack him if we can. He's going into Immortals. This is a bad attack. It's okay. What's our drone count at? It's 91 still. That's fine. 91 drones is pretty fucking good. Let's take a Spire. Or I mean, not a Spire. Let's take a Hive. Let's go for a Hydrogen just in case for whatever reason we need to start going into Lurker. Let's make one Spore per base now. Because this is potentially going to save us from like random little pokes because our queens are eventually going to no longer be useful. And also we could eventually add in like maybe some spines here. Okay, Phoenix, you're here. Make a round of drones. Let's make like 10 drones. Call it a day. Because we're going to take losses, guys, but we're fixing the losses as they happen. We're still at 89 drones. And now let's go ahead and make some Corruptors with all of our money we have. We can, this is the power of Zerg, boys. We can just be like, Corruptor time.
Mineral field depleted.
Take some of those gases. Now let's go ahead and get a couple of spines at every base. And I just made 10 spines, 5 bases times 2. Let's make like 10 drones. Or 9, who gives a shit? Doesn't really matter. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's close enough. And now let's go ahead and see what we can do to this new expansion he has. Queens can keep spreading creep. Let's spread creep one more round before we take this fight. Oh, okay, he's here. Okay, so he's got Archons and he's got lots of Zealots and shit. Okay, so let's just make a round of Hydras, I guess. Let's grab our queens and let's use them too. We can make a Greater Spire. Run the drones away that are getting attacked at whatever base he's attacking. And we'll try to defend this with Hydras and Lings. And we might be dead. We might have gone too ham here. He killed my Spire too. Yeah, we're probably dead, guys. It's okay, whatever. Next time around, we could just say, you know, we scouted the Robo. Maybe let's not commit so fucking hard to Corruptors. Maybe we just go Hydras instead. Because our queens were dealing with the Corruptors anyways. GG. So I mean, it looked like Sky Toss, but it realistically, let's just throw this out there. Let's just say we never truly scouted his base. So if we would have scouted his base and saw the amount of gateways he had made, could have been a big tell as to what the hell's actually going on. Also, look at this too. This would have been a big tell as well. This was a huge tell as well. Remember how we talked about the double upgrades here? And I was like, it definitely is an air upgrade, but it also could be a shield upgrade. It might be a weapon upgrade. We didn't know. If we would have checked his units, which we had plenty of times to do that, and we would have checked that he's actually not going for shield upgrades, and instead we would have checked that he's going for weapon upgrades. Seeing that he's going immortals and weapon upgrades on the forge would have also been more of an impact to say, maybe we should not go mass corruptors here. Maybe we should go more into like hydras, because it's probably actually not Skytoss. It's just like a weird ass like double Stargate opener with cannon battery into this timing. So yeah, just scout him with an overseer and we're good to go. He did a lot of things that look like Skytoss, but we didn't really fully scout everything to figure everything out. But if we had hydras there instead of corruptor, we would have been fine. It's one of those games where I feel like I'm trying to like explain points, and I'm also personally not scouting enough as much as I should be. And then I get fucking meta'd. Is this the same guy? No, it's not. This is not the same guy.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
Okay. So we are going to take our third base in just a second. Just rip our dudes off our gas. Chrono boosting a gate. That's you know, that's not, it's not like, oh my god, chrono boosting a gate. It's pretty normal. But we want to, now that he's chrono boosting it, his unit will pop out before we leave with our overlord. We should wait and see what it is. And we should, if it's an adept, we make more lings right now. It's okay. So I have 2 lings right now. We're now going to go up to like 8 lings. Just make a couple more.
We require more minerals.
Let's also take a creep tumor at our natural. And a inject on our main. And let's scout in further. Okay, it's a robo first. That's fine as well. But we want more mobility. And we want to play more safe now that we know what it is. I supply blocked with my queen, so I drone tricked it to get the queen out. We're about, our third's gonna finish in a little bit, give us some more supply. We have overlords in production as well that'll give us more supply. Okay, and let's yeah, just keep making drones for a little bit. There's no reason not to make drones right now. The robo first tells us that this could either be a gateway prism timing without Twilight Council upgrades, or it could be immortal timing. Let's go check and see if he's being really greedy or not with a third base again. It's something you really need to look at for players in this game. Some players are just stupidly greedy. Okay, there's no third. We just made another round of lings for our, or a round of drones for our third. He's got sentries, guys. What is that? Robo Bay. Okay, so he's doing this actually now is like a disruptor drop or a Colossus timing. There's an observer right there. I just oversighted right there. So he's watching my lings as we go around. And now if he's gonna go for a quick Robo Bay, let's do one thing that's gonna help deal with this. Let's just make a couple extra queens. Same thing we did against like the Void Ray. We can zone out this dude from our base really heavily with Queen to push away the Prism. And we can also start a fourth base because we have the money for it. I can't spend my money right now. Well, now I can, so cancel the fourth, just run the drone there. And let's go ahead and make a Spire. Reason why Spire is going to be good here is because Spire is good against both Colossus and Disruptors. A Spire is like a universally good choice. Let's go ahead and make an Overseer with our Proxy Lord, basically. Keep spreading creep. Get Roach speed. He still is on 2 bases. He's going for what looks like Archons now as well. He's just doing like a timing or something. It's okay. If he does a timing, it's totally fine. We are prepared for that as well. Let's go and start making roaches. Let's keep spreading that creep. More stalkers. Okay, so now that he's going stalkers, that really makes me want to go mute him more. Because mutiling against stalker is just like so fucking good. But for it's still okay. And it's disruptors. That was juicy. That was honestly worse micro than if I just let it happen. It's okay though, guys. Shit happens. Don't freak out about it. Because guess what? We're playing efficient. And even though we lose drones, it's okay. Like, you know, obviously you could look back in this game and go, man, if we didn't lose those drones like that, it'd be so much better. But, you know, that's an obvious thing to say. But at the same time, if we just make drones to a certain point where we're stable and then we go into units, that's also fine. We'll have plenty of money to work with. And now look at the queens. They zone out this Prism. Good job, queens. You're doing fantastic. Now let's send one queen to the right from like our third. She can poke the Prism. And our queens in the back can try and like catch it. And we caught it. Good shit. Now we're done making roaches. Let's go poke his base. Let's go poke his base, guys. And let's make lings now while we're at it. And the reason why this is important is because we want to see what his tech actually is exactly. Is he going Colossus now? Or is he going more Disruptors? We also have upgrades for mutas and lings being made. And even though we're not actually using them yet. Yeah, it's more Disruptors. That's all I wanted to see. If he is aggressive and we need to, we can make Ravagers. If he's not aggressive, we don't need to make Ravagers.
Mineral field depleted.
Let's send one ling out on the sides of the map. Just to see if we can spot a base. Take our gases. We can even take another base of our own. See if we can get to his base. Okay, we're actually getting into his base. Sick. Run some roaches away. Now here's how we can do this. Like, look how his army's going to position itself. It's going to defend his natural, right? So how about we run into his main base with our main army. And we run into his third base with our other army. So we drag him further away. And we make it even more annoying. And now let's start making mutas. And we can also get level 2, adrenal glands. Inject our bases. And transfer some drones. Okay, let's just get out now. Roaches are still being fucking annoying in his main. Keep making mutas. And now this muta transition we just made is unstoppable. It is unbeatable. Like, we cannot lose now. We know he's only on 3 bases. We scouted the map with a Ling on every side. We can spread our creep another round while we're waiting for our next round of units to spawn out of hatcheries. Make sure we're still injecting. And yeah, these mutas we just made are going to be deadly. And we could even wait for adrenal glands. Not quite 2-2 maybe, but we could wait for adrenal glands before we take the fight. That's also going to be around the time when we max out. Like another 30 seconds, like 20 seconds. Not even, oh, okay, our larva just spawned off a couple hatcheries. So we're maxing out now. But adrenal's only like 20 seconds away. So we can poke. Let's just go poke. Let's send our army in the center of his base. And let's like poke his natural or something with our mutas, like a non-committal location. We'll just do like 1 round of probe harass and be like, can we pop some shit? If he's there, let's not do it. If he's not here, I'll kill some probes. He might even just GG now. Okay, we just wiped out a whole mineral line. Now let's go fight his army. And these Lings now do have adrenal glands. So get him kind of concaved out and then run around him. A-move my mutas over the top of Archons. My Lings are A-moving as well. Making new mutas during the fight. Making new Lings during the fight. And that was very strong against what he was doing. Does Disruptor Nova do friendly fire damage? Yes, it does. Which is why Ling Muta is so fucking good against Stalker Disruptor. That's why I was saying, Muta, like Aspire is actually just like a solid choice against a Robo Opener almost exclusively. It's very good. Because you don't even have to use it, but you can if it looks like a good idea. Like if he was going double forge, here's the thing. If this Protoss player was going double forges, and he was going like Stalker, Sentry, Colossus, I would be like, okay, maybe if I want to go mutas, the only way I can really make this work is if I kill his base and like kill his probes all the time and go around his army. But maybe I don't want to go mutas now. Well, I don't have to go mutas. I could go like fucking Roach Ravager into like Lurker or some shit, and that's fine. Which is why the Roaches are important early, because you can make Ravagers if you need to, if he's extra aggressive. But as soon as I saw, oh, nope, he's going Disruptors. Yep, he's going Disruptors and Stalkers. And that is when I'm like, yeah, no, 100% we can go mutas. This is going to be solid. Disruptors are terrible against mutas. So we like counter-comped him, basically. We made a counter-composition of what he was doing. So we kind of talked about the game. We'll talk about the micro aspects of it now. Right now, all we're doing is looking for the third base. His third's really late. That was kind of counter micro right there. We lost 11 drones to 1 disruptor shot. If I would have just let him have a disruptor shot and I didn't even touch the mineral line, at most he'd probably kill about 6 drones. So I just kind of stacked my drones for no reason. Like I was going to micro it, but we just went right click and then, yeah. But even then, like I'm saying, even if you take a shitty situation like that, where you just waste 11 drones right away, not the end of the world. We had a good idea of going a couple of extra queens to knock out the prism. I always have 1 extra queen for creep, but we made 2 extra queens on top of that, so now we have 3 for creep, which is even more creep, plus also prism defense. And it did great because we killed the prism. So all in all, resources lost, not that bad for us. We have roaches. We actually managed to poke into his base. And then we did the same thing we talked about, where we want to drag him further into his main. This was annoying for him. We also, at the same time, go to his third. This is annoying for him because we, with part of our army that we ran away, we just went, oh, right around, come back in, go. Just dragging the Protoss around, making it really fucking annoying. And then when he goes back to be, because he's like, oh shit, we're going to get attacked our third, he pulls his whole army back, and a couple of roaches just sit in the main, just popping probes. And now look at how many workers have been killed. We're actually winning this now. We've killed 19. And then finally, the mutas come in. Like we said before, we're not ready to take a fight yet. We don't want to take a fight yet, even though I'm maxed out. But we still do want to harass him. We want this upgrade to be done because it's very good. I don't want to like throw a whole army away and then this upgrade is like evolution complete as I'm fucking remaxing my army because it all died already. That's the worst timing you can do. I don't necessarily need to wait for these upgrades because they're way longer. I have to wait another like 50 seconds for those. But Adrenal, we could totally wait for that. It's done in 8 seconds. So in the 8 seconds that I'm waiting, I don't just sit there. I do something with my mutas. I go wipe out a probe line. And this prompts him to be like, all right, fuck it, let's all in. Let's all in now. And now we're getting all in by someone who almost has almost half of our worker count. Yo, Analyt FM, thank you very much for the 13 months, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we go for a decent concave with our lings as our mutas come in. The perfect way to micro this, okay? I have mutas on 2. I have lings and roaches on 1. I could go 1, move here. Green box, move some shit here. Green box, move some shit here. Green, and then the initial part is still there. 2, move here. 1, move here. After I concaved it. What'll happen is my mutas will fly over his army. My lings will run around his army. As soon as my lings get mushed into his army really heavily, 1, a move anywhere in the area. As soon as my mutas get over the top of his archons, 2, a move, or 2, stop, whatever. You can do whatever fucking command you want. I don't really recommend hold position, but stop or a move both work. Because as long as you don't just a move your mutas like straight up, like a move in the area and they stack really hard, then you're fine. Now again, let me explain this one more time because I bet a lot of people probably have no fucking idea what I just said with Magic Box. If you know what Magic Box is, you totally understand what I just said. But if you're just like, wait, what? I feel like me explaining both elements of micro probably confused you. I think everyone understands the lings though. I don't think anyone doesn't understand. Make a concave, run at him so you have good surface area, and then surround and attack him. I think everyone gets that for lings. Now mutas, if I a move the mutas, what's going to happen is they're going to all fly up to the edge of their auto attack range, which is 3. Mutas have 3 range, so they're all going to fly about to like right here, and they're all going to stop right about here, and they're going to stack on top of each other, and they're going to shoot at the units from 3 range away, all in this spot right here. It's going to make the archons get lots of splash damage every time they smash into the mutas, which is going to make your mutas get shit on really hard because it only takes 4 auto attacks for an archon to kill a muta. So if he's got multiple archons just splashing my mutas, I'm going to lose chunks of mutas at a time pretty fast. It's going to be pretty bad. Now what you do with the mutas, again, just to clarify, is you move past his army so they don't get caught here on a move. The mutas stay spread out and they keep flying over his army. Once my mutas are like this, like if my muta army looks like this right here, that's how big the square is. Once that square gets to not right here, that's not magic boxing. Not right here. That's not magic boxing. It's like right here. That is magic boxing. So that and then now once we say mutas, you can a move. Mutas on this side stay where they are because they're attacking the archon from their range. Mutas on this side stay where they are because they're attacking anything in this range. Mutas on the top stay on the top because they're attacking stuff in the range. Mutas on the bottom stay on the bottom because they're already attacking stuff in range. Mutas have everything in range underneath them everywhere they are, but they're already spread out too. All the mutas are still spread. So AoE doesn't really hit them very well. So when we engage this, we magic box and we attack. So my mutas are spread out, as you can see. See how the mutas are not clumped super hard? They're all spread out. So if his archons splash us, it's not going to fuck us over. And then on top of that, it doesn't matter anymore now about magic boxing because the only thing that made us worried was the archons, and they're all dead now. So now mutas can do whatever they want, and they can just a move forward. And now they stack, and we don't give a shit. And that's kind of how it goes. So again, magic boxing is moving past his army, and once your spread is over his army, you can stop or a move the ground, and then they'll spread themselves out nicely. Oh yeah. Can disruptors hit air units? No. They're ground only. Disruptors are ground only. Okay. We got another Protoss. Damn, lots of Protosses to finish the night off. Are we gonna do Terran tonight as well? No. Negative. I think after this, after we finish off my Zerg promo, I'm not gonna end my stream because it's only been like 4 hours so far. I'm probably gonna just play actual ladder on my main account and maybe try to actually get GM for real. I haven't actually played real games on my account in like a month. And I feel like I'm really fucking rusty at this game right now. Playing actual games. Yeah! Yes! Fuck yeah!
We require more minerals.
Because guys, I used to be a, for those of you who are wondering, I was a 5800 Zerg player for like 6 months before October. And then in October I like just started plummeting down to like 5500. And then in November I plummeted down to 5300 and I'm like, oh my god, I am playing like shit. And then I did bronze GM right after that, so yeah, need to get my skills back. But right now my MMR is 5300 on my main, and I have not been 5300 in a very long time. I know I can attain higher. I just need to like actually get some good games in. I have a lot of rust right now. The rust. Anyways, let's talk about this game. This is a Protoss. This is a Protoss, boys. This is a Protoss player right here. Just got in his base. We're gonna see what he's doing with his Chrono Boost. See what he's doing with his gateway. Okay, this is gonna be a Nexus almost done right here, because the core is not done yet. There you go. So this allows us to delay our Lings a little bit, because he's gonna have a later Adept. What's he gonna make second? Is that gonna be another gateway? It's a Stargate. Okay, so that's the gap in his wall is right there, I believe. Let's go ahead and take our third base. Oh yeah, we got a Stargate opening Protoss, which is fine. It's all good. Our Overlord might die. If it does die, it's not that big of a deal. But because he's not going for oh yeah, this is Stalker. Because he's not going for something super aggressive right away, he's also made a battery. I'm not going to prioritize the creep tumor. I'm just going to chill, guys. We do, however, let's send this Overlord home. We do, however, though, need to make a Zergling to scout his base. I want to see what comes out of that Stargate. And I don't want to send my Overlord in again that's already low, because it'll die. 100%. I want this Overlord to go home now to my third. And this other Overlord that's healthy can try and poke in and just see, is it a Void? Is it an Oracle? Is it a Phoenix? Because this tells me if I do or don't want to make Spore Crawlers.
Metamorphosis complete.
It's an Oracle. We do want to make Spore Crawlers. I need to see the angle of the Oracle. It's going directly to my main base, guys. Did you notice? So let's get our Queen from our natural. Ready to help the Queen in the main. Okay, he's switching gears and going back to the natural. That's okay. And we're good. We have creep. We can make a lair. We can make a roach warren. Let's go ahead and make a round of lings now.
Require more minerals. We require more minerals. Our forces are under
Now he's making a void ray. That's fine. Because he's making a void, maybe let's make a couple more queens like we talked about last time.
We must place that on.
Made a round of lings. We're gonna go again. We're gonna scout for his third. I know he's taking it.
Not enough energy. Unacceptable command.
And there it is. Okay, lots of voids. Double Stargate, double void ray production. Okay, this is legit Sky Toss. Last time we thought it might be Sky Toss. This is fucking Sky Toss, dude. This is too many voids, too fast. So what we can do now is we can make another round of 3 queens. And let's get creep at every expansion we own quickly. We can also do something clever. I'll show you guys a cool trick we can do to fuck this over. We need creep though, seriously, everywhere. Like this, the more creep we have, the more we can actually see voids coming. And for now, while we're kind of blind without creep, spread out a Zergling in every angle of the map where we're most likely going to see a void coming. So we can like even patrol the lings. Like you go there, lings stay here, you go over here, you can patrol as well. You can patrol over here, you can patrol over here. And now what we can do is we can drop Lord Queens in and out of the main and the 4th base if he goes for aggression right there. You'll see. If he does it, I'll do it. And if he doesn't do it, I'll show you after the game what I mean. We'll just show you an example. I'm a little busy right now though. All the other shit, so we'll do that first. Okay. Let's go ahead and maybe send like a queen over to my other base and get ready to take another creep tumor up here or something. Just like one queen can do it. You don't need all of them to do it. I don't see any voids crossing. Let's send one Zergling into his base again and let's see how many voids we're working with now. We can even take another base.
Unacceptable command. Our forces are under
Lots of voids. Okay. Let's make another hatchery so we can make more Zerglings faster. And now let's start making corruptors because we have a great saturation. And the more creep we get, the less likely voids are going to surprise us.
Our forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted.
Let's take another base as well. Whoops. Up here. Get some more creep. Because the voids have to fly over creep and I can see where to put my queens before he gets there. That's why creep is so important.
We must place that on creep. We require more Vespine gas. Not enough energy.
Hey, creep again.
We must mutation.
Our creep is looking fucking great. It's really good. Let's get some more drones for this base. Just for gas only. Melee level 2, Carapace level 2. And yeah, dude. Let's get adrenal glands as well. Do another round of injects. And let's make sure he doesn't have a 4th base. He probably might be taking one already, but if he is, it's okay. It's not like the end of the world. We can deal with it. Do another round of creep. We're checking with our Zerglings where his expansions are. And look, we found it 4th as it started, so let's just kill it. We can group up our corruptors on the edge. And if he brings... Okay, it's the same thing as like last time. It's fucking charge lots again. With a lot of voids. Let's go ahead and cancel this and get a Greater Spire immediately. And this time we'll go for a kind of like a base trade-esque situation. Focus fire avoid. Go for his natural. So it's super all in right now. This is becoming a massive base trade. Let's go to make a round of Archons. Or I mean not Archons. Mutas or some shit. This is bad timing, unfortunately. This build, this is just like the new meta of Protosses, is just opening Sky Toss and then just going into fucking mass charge lot Archon. It's making me want to go Hydras against this shit more again. Okay, get my Mutas all over the Zealots and my main. Corruptors, let's make a few Broodlords out of them. He has level 2 armor as well. Jesus Christ. Let's go ahead and take another base. Let's take another base. Let's take another Spire. And another spawning pool. And we'll just go Needling out of this. And let's just wipe out his whole economy. So we've already kind of wiped out the main and the natural more or less. And now we'll go finish it off. Okay. Run away. Let's go, just kill everything else. Oh, he actually killed my fucking Broodlords as the Void Race. That's not good. We'll just fight it. Okay, Mutas, you guys can all kill the fucking Zealots over here. Lings, you can just kind of run around. And drones, you guys can just like rebuild bases. So build bases all over the place. Corruptors, go down here and just piss on these buildings. Why not? Just use a cooldown. Kill the Zealots. Okay, run away with our drones. Run away with our Lings. The reason why we're going to run away is because our Lings are going to go kill his base again. Our Mutas are weakening his base trade potential. Okay, he's got everything here now. Let's bring our whole army into his main base. Actually, run the Lings away because he's actually chasing us back. We'll just kill probes this time then, again. Drones, you guys can go up here. Build a new base like up here or something. And is his army sitting next to the Nexus? Kind of is, yeah. Okay, Lings go kill these fucking Zealots on the top. Creep spread is amazing in this situation because I can see everywhere the Protoss is going. And then Mutas can go back just for a sec and wipe out that last round of Zealots, and then now he doesn't really have many Zealots anymore. And if he leaves his base with Archons, I'm gonna piss on that Nexus. I'm gonna piss on you. Let's make a spawning pool. These Zealots are all dying right now. Archons have left. Okay, more Archons are in his base though. Let's kill this base. So how many Archons are up there? It's like 4 Archons or 3 Archons, just 4. Let's kill him with our Ling Muta. He just split his army in half, so I can actually overpower this now. Cancel the hatchery. Magic box the Archon. We just killed 2 of his Archon. That was totally worth it for us. Keep making drones. We could even take another base again, because I'm pretty fucking larva starved right now. And start harassing his base. Just kill whatever I can in his base. Let's kill his Archon building. We can spread some creep. Be very careful with my mutas though. Like that. Yeah, we killed his archives. 1 building at a time we can win this game. Just 1 building at a time. Okay, hold position my mutas over here in the safety area. Let's do a creep spread round. Because creep spread is also going to win this game pretty hard. He has no detection. Is he pushing? Okay, it looks like he's pushing. Let's go back into his base. Let's go kill his probes this time since it looks like his Archons are really committed. This is like full-fledged base trade. So Lings, run away. Come down to his base. And let's end the game now. This base is going to die. We can rotate our drones to a different base that are also going to die soon. Let's just have Corruptors all spray a building each to speed up the base trade. We can focus fire his Nexus so he can't recall with our Ling Muta. Okay. Send like a couple Lings to kill that pylon just so it doesn't live very long. We're bringing all of our drones down now, guys. Because he's trying to kill all my bases at once. To make all of our overlords keep going in the corner of the map here or something.
Our forces are under attack.
Make a hatchery so we don't lose the game. I'll start making just like gases around the map or something. And this time we'll just kill his base entirely. We'll literally kill every building. And our Corruptors now can just like stall him out. Like, hey, look at me! I'm walking here! Look at me! Okay. Well, we can go back again. We can honestly chill for a sec. Wait for our Corruptor's caustic spray to cool down. Unless I can just kill a few free stalkers here, that's nice. Okay, Corruptor caustic spray. One of the gateways, Corruptors just take it out. Mutas go around. Corruptor's caustic spray that one. Mutaling, go kill the other one. Okay. Run away. Wait on the cooldown again. It's a crazy game. Don't let it regen. But just hit it like once and run away.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Okay, let's go again. And this time we're going to caustic spray the pylon and the gateway together. And we're just going to kill his last buildings right now. And we did it, guys. And we did it. And nice. So all I can say is, once again, we literally made the same mistake again that we made the first time, which was we really need to stop assuming Protoss is going for just like fucking
GG PogChamp.
GG, bro. We need to stop assuming the Protoss is going for full-fledged Sky Toss the whole time. And a great thing we can do, I can already tell you guys, the easiest fix we can do to fix this problem. It's super simple. Do you guys know what it is? I bet almost no one's going to guess what it is. It's actually, because what we're doing with the air units is actually really nice. Going into like Broodlord eventually against Protoss, especially if they go into like Archon Charge Law, is amazing. But there's only one thing we got to do. And I bet a lot of people are going to say, it's not, like, obviously scouting is part of it, but it's about what we're going to build. And it's actually roaches. If I get, you know, a melee upgrade on an Evo chamber, okay, that's great. If I get lings, that's great. If I make a roach warren and I get roach speed, that's all I have to do to prevent myself from getting fucked over like this. Because if this dude goes like voids and I just get roach speed, I don't need to build roaches. I do not need to build roaches at first. But if he just goes, you know what, time to all in you with mass zealots, and I go, all right, let's just make, like he's making zealots, let's just make all my larvae into roaches, roaches, roaches. I can crank out probably like 30 roaches off of 5 bases or 6 bases in a matter of like fucking 25 seconds. And I might lose like 1 base, just like 1 base. And then suddenly I have like 30 roaches grouped up. That can be like kite zealots on creep spread all day. Zealots die. And then I can shove forward and kill his archons with lings and roaches and mutas or whatever the hell I'm using at that point. Literally just make a roach warren. A just in case roach warren then. Yeah, basically. Just make a roach warren and just get roach speed. Even if I don't use it, just make one. And the time when we would be making it is I'll be making a roach warren along with the spire when it looks like the guy is going sky toss. Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, anyone who fucking opens with cyber core upgrades and multiple stargates and goes heavy void ray or heavy phoenix and then starts making static D, it really, 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 really looks like sky toss. But the only reason why we're getting kind of fucked is because we're basically just like, he's hitting these windows of, these guys are hitting these windows of time before we have Broodlords. When we only have Lurker, or Zergling, Corruptor, Muta, and it's kind of scary at that point in time. But if we just have Roaches and he does that, that covers the window where we could die when we don't have Broods yet. Easily. Because we can wipe out all the Zealots at like no losses pretty much. Like very few losses. And then we can have... And then we could just go back into what we were doing before. Because we could easily overpower his Archons if he doesn't have Zealots. The only reason why I can't kill those Archons is because my Lings can't even touch the Archons. Because there's like fucking 30 Zealots that are like, what are you doing? Trying to attack Archons? You go through us first. Yeah. So yeah, Roach Warren. Easy. We can obviously still scout his base. See how many gateways he has. See if he's actually fully committed to, you know, actually going for a ground timing, or if he's going to legit just commit to air all game. But just make a Roach Warren and we're good. Why don't you make Banes? Because Banes are bad. Against people that have a brain. If I make Banes, okay, let me just explain this. If I make Banelings, look at when he moves out. I'll really explain this for you, and I'll make it make sense. I'll tell you why Banes would suck balls. Now, he's moving out with his army. His army is 33 Zealots and 6 Archons. If I had Banes in my army, what else am I going to have in my army besides Banes? Am I just going to add it? Like, because again, we're talking about adding in one building, right? I'm not talking about going Ling Hydra Bane and switching my entire style. I'm talking about going for a Spire against a Skytoss opener and going for faster Broodlord, like going Corruptor heavy into Broodlords. But if I added in Banes, the only difference of my build would be some of my Zerglings would be Banelings. Now, if I did that, all the Protoss has to do is go, oh, look, Zerg has Banes. Zealots, run behind the Archons, and Archons are like, just like slapping the shit out of the Banes, and the Banes just die. How do I prevent him from doing that? The answer is I don't. I don't prevent him from doing that. I can literally do nothing about Archons zoning out my Banelings. I can't do anything. That just happens. It's unavoidable. If I go Roaches, he can't do anything about that, because what does he have that's going to punish my Roaches? He's got nothing. He has no force fields. He has no immortals. He only has voids, and I have corruptors because we're going spire still with the style. And exactly, yeah, he has voids as well that will absorb banes as they come forward. There's also another point I didn't even say that is very true. Like, banes won't do shit here if he just absorbs my banes by running zealots away, and then once again pushes forward when the banes are depleted. Like, I'm not going to get banes on these zealots. It's not realistic. If this guy just micros a little bit, I'm fucking dead. Is why I'm not going to go banes here. And banes, like, again, let's just say in a perfect world, okay? Let's just say I actually somehow made enough banes to have banes here, banes here, banes here, banes here, banes here. And I just somehow collapsed in 4 corners and was like, mass baneling, and I just blow up all the zealots. I still won't even kill all the archons. I will not kill all the archons still. And if I make mass banes and I don't even kill the archons, that is a problem because the archons still need to be dealt with. And then if you're assuming that I can just make mass banes and mass lings and mass corruptors to deal with the voids as well, like, really can't. Like, it's inefficient as fuck is what it is. Banes are actually just super inefficient unless you have something combined with them that can do damage. Like, that's why whenever people go Ling Bane Hydra, that's why that style is so good, is because the Hydras can actually force fights to happen. Because if the guy, if my opponent was like, if I'm going Ling Bane Hydra and he goes Archon Charge Lot and he just moves in with all of his zealots and I have mass banes and he's like, shit, back up the zealots. And I go, all right, back up the banelings. And now Archons start walking in by themselves to a bunch of Hydras. That's fucking good for me because I'm just like, yeah, give me your Archons. I'm just popping them like balloons over there. And that makes sense. But I don't have mass Hydras in this army. I have Corruptors. Because we're dealing with someone who's opening Skytoss-esque. So banelings don't make sense here. I have no way to make them work. Like, he has every way to counter them. And unless he's an idiot, they're not going to work. The only way they work is if he just AFKs and is like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Zealots can walk into that. That's fine. And even though I don't need to do that, I'll just send my Zealots into those banes. It's all good. Doesn't need to happen, though. He can easily avoid that. So Roaches can kite Zealots and deplete his... Like, I have so much creep to work with. You have to keep that in mind. Roaches fucking destroy Zealots on creep. Even if Zealots have charge, I can kite these Zealots all day and kill all of them. And then suddenly it could turn into a situation where I have... We both had, like, let's say he's got 30 Zealots and I have like 30 Roaches. It turns into a situation where I kill all 30 Zealots and I only lose like 5 Roaches. He makes one more round of Zealots, which is like, we'll say it's fucking 11, or how many gateways does he have? 12. He makes another 12 Zealots. I make another like 25 Roaches because I can produce units faster than he can. I have way more bases. The last guy had a ton of Immortals though. Ravagers. If your opponent goes for Immortals as well, he doesn't have near, like... Okay. If my opponent goes for... Okay. Listen to me! Fucking listen! You have to listen to me. Listen. I'm going to answer this question for you, and then we're going to move on. Okay. An Immortal, just think about it like this, okay? An Immortal does not run as fast as a Zealot. An Immortal does not run as fast as a Zealot by default. On top of that, a Zealot charges, and when a Zealot charges, it runs the fastest out of anything in the fucking game of StarCraft. During charge, a Zealot moves at a speed faster than everything else in the game. It speeds up really fast until it makes a connection, and then it goes back to its normal move speed. When you're fighting against Archon, even if there are like 3 Archons with like 4 Immortals and Zealots, he charges at my Roaches, and I don't just stand there and concave. I kite on creep. No, a fucking Zergling on creep is not faster than a Zealot charging. Guys, a Zealot charging is fucking fast. It's fast. But it only lasts for like 2 seconds. But it makes distance between an immortal and a zealot. It creates more distance. So in this distance that gets created, I can kite zealots. Andre, I love you, man. You got me. When the zealots create more distance from the immortals, your roaches aren't getting shot by immortals. And they're killing zealots, killing zealots, killing zealots. If my roaches kill zealots, even if he has some immortals, it gets to be a point where if he has like 4 immortals and I have like 40 roaches, I don't give a fuck because all of his zealots got bled out as I kited them on creep. 100% can happen. And let's just say you're like, no, ViBE. This Protoss player, even though he opened up with a Skytoss opener and now he's like making a bunch of sentries and suddenly he can just force field you and he has zealots, he's microing them back, he's never letting them charge out of place, and he's always pushing with immortals. How about I just make Ravagers? I could just be like, all right, we'll just make like 7 Ravagers out of my roaches as well. And we'll make Lings as well to supplement the cost. And I'll just literally Corrosive Bile, Corrosive Bile, Corrosive Bile, Corrosive Bile. Every time he walks in my creep. Corrosive Bile, 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 Bile. Like 1 every second. And I'm just peppering his fucking army the whole time. You can do that too. There's a lot of options that roaches give you. Banelings do not give you nearly as many options as roaches do. Seriously. They don't. Banelings work well if your style is not to go for Corruptors. That's my whole point I'm trying to make here. If you go fucking Baneling Corruptor against someone who's going Archon Charge Lot Immortal, or Charge Lot Immortal, or Charge Lot Archon, one of these pieces of the puzzle. Zealots with either Archons or Immortals, or both Archons and Immortals. If you go Banelings against that, and you have nothing to back the Banelings up, you're fucking dead. And Corruptors don't back Banelings up. I'm just gonna throw that out there. They don't. Hydras do, but we're not going Hydras because I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm going fucking Hydras against someone who's actually going Skytoss, because Hydras suck dick against Skytoss. They're so bad. That's why I'm not making them. Do the 17 Corruptors put you too far behind in these situations or no? Fuck no, they don't. No, because he's opening Skytoss. I love you, chat.
Eat a burrito. Happy New Year and thanks for the stream, bro.
Yo, thank you very much, Greator, for the $20 donation, man. I appreciate you. I hope you had a good New Year's. And burrito sounds amazing. I'm totally gonna eat one. I actually think I might go to Chipotle before they close tonight. That could totally happen. But thank you so much, yo, Andre. Thank you, man. Fuck yeah. Thank you for the 69 bits as well, Alexius of Twitch. But no, guys, that's the only point I'm trying to really make clear here. This guy opened Skytoss. Opening Spire against Skytoss is really strong. I'm going to give you an example of this. Witness, okay? Watch this. This is my point. We see he's got a lot of voids. I can see it. I know he's got an Oracle Void Ray. Okay. So far. I could totally have a Roach Horn right now with Roach Speed. I do have a Roach Horn. What the fuck am I even saying? I made one. I just didn't get Roach Speed. So we just get Roach Speed in the future. I make one anyways. I don't know. I always make one against Protoss because it's fucking good. But I should just get Roach Speed just in case. It's 100 gas, and that's it. It's not that expensive. Just to get Roach Speed, we don't need to make Roaches, but we have the ability to do that. Now, this dude, looks like he's going Skytoss. He's got a fucking weapon upgrade and mass voids. Look at the position of this game right now. I have an amazing economy. I have amazing creep spread. I have great control of my side of the map right now. This Protoss player's side of what he's doing, it honestly is nowhere near as strong as what we're doing. The only reason why we get fucked here is because we just keep neglecting the roaches. But we have such a good lead, and the reason why we have such a good lead is because there is zero. There is absolutely no pressure he can do to me right now. What can he do to me right now? If you guys had a guess, like think about it. What can he do to me right this second to punish me? What can he do? Can he attack me with these Void Rays? Because it's all he has at the moment. He has 9 Voids, 1 Oracle, 1 Stalker, 2 Zealot, and 3 Templar. He can do a DDoS attack. Gregel, he could DDoS me. He could totally DDoS me. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, if he walks by any of my Zelnaga Tower or any of my fucking Zerglings that I have on the map right now, I will make Corruptors, and I will also have my Queens that I already have, wherever they are. They're all kind of scattered with Creep Tumors. I will group up my Queens and my Corruptors, and I will crush the shit out of his Void Rays. I would crush the shit out of Oracles. I would crush Phoenix. I would crush Carriers. I would crush Tempest. I would kill a Mothership. There is not a single thing he can make out of this Stargate or out of the Fleet Beacon. He doesn't even have one. But there's not a single thing he could make out of his Sky Toss-esque opener that could do any damage to me. Because I have Carapace upgraded Corruptors. There's nothing he can do. So his opener of Sky Toss, all it did, literally all it did is it put him in a situation where he's on 3 base and I'm on 5 bases. I'm really on 4, but I'm about to be on 5. That's all his opener did. So I don't think our opener is bad at all. It's fucking solid. Like, I actually do this shit in GM and I beat Protosses all the time like this. It's just that lately Protosses have been doing this charge lot shit. And like, if I actually scouted the charge lots now, I would, you know, I would obviously start making the roaches now too. I have plenty of Corruptors to deal with the Void Rays already and Queens. I have 15 Corruptor, 9 Queen, and I only have to fight 9 Voids. Corruptor Queen, crush that. No problem. If I started making, instead of Lings, if I started making roaches, we win so easy. But again, look at his base, guys. Look at his main base. He's mining out. His natural is not quite mining out yet, but it's about to. 40 minerals, 30 minerals. Play it for a second, and they're going to start mining out. His natural is mining out. His third base is still fine for now. My point is his efficiency of mining is going down. So this is actually becoming an all-in. This is actually an all-in for Protoss. If I just made roaches, we could kite these zealots all day, and then he doesn't have enough money to keep replacing like we do, because we are not actually as starving as he is in terms of money, because we have good saturation. We have 2 over, but otherwise good. We have 2 over, but otherwise good. We have good. We have good saturation on, you know, I think I might make some drones for these guys. I'm pretty sure I make gases for these drones for this gas at some point. But you get my point. Like, I have plenty of fucking mineral patches to work with to give me good saturation. I have no reason to have oversaturation. He can't do anything about it when he has oversaturation because he has nowhere to send it to. Every base is oversaturated for him because he's running out of patches. He has no other nexus to go to. So roaches here just fucking win. Did you win or lose? I won this game. I'm talking about how I can make it better, but we won this game. I'm basically trying to convince people that what we did is good. The only like what we did this game was fucking really good. It was very good. The only thing that we did wrong was we didn't make roaches during his all-in. So it made the game turn into a base trade when we really should have made roaches. It's the only thing we did poorly. Because if we get roaches as well, not only does it actually kill his army, at the very least, it also thins out his army really hard so that I can do things like this. I have more time to have a spire up longer, and I can then make more broods out of my Corruptor after we kill his Void Rays. That is also a benefit there. Which means, again, if he does have Immortals, we're not just going roaches all game. The plan is still to go Broodlords. That's like the final win condition. We are ultimately going for a Broodlord army. And if we have roaches that just absorb Zealot, Zealot, Zealot. Look what's killing my base. It's fucking pure Zealot. I could have killed so many of these if I had roaches. Which means my base doesn't die. So, yeah. Hopefully that convinces you. Don't worry. We're going to play against plenty of Protosses who probably will do this again because this seems to be a common thing for Protoss in this meta. So I will probably fight it again. And the next time we crush the shit out of it, if we make roaches, I'll probably make a lot of believers out of everyone being like, wow, that was really good. Damn. Nice, boys. We did it. Masters 2. Only 2 more promotions left until we're done with Zerg. Masters 2, boys. Huzzah! Masters 2. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know sometimes when I'm talking I get intense. Just know I'm never truly mad. I'm only mad when I ban someone. But thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Go check out previous videos. If you're someone... Here's another recommendation. If you're someone who has just only started watching Masters League and you're really struggling really hard, or you're someone who started watching in the middle of the series anywhere, but you're struggling, I highly recommend you go back and watch the Bronze videos. Not because I think you need to be in Bronze League. If you're fucking Platinum, you could totally be Platinum League. But the reason why I think you should go watch the Bronze videos as well and work your way back up is because I actually teach you guys habits that you will use in Bronze in a very basic way that will carry over all the way till you're GM, and you'll still use them when you're in GM. And if you're not already doing these habits, you're making the game way harder for yourself. So developing habits is important to advancing at the game. And if you have bad habits, you probably need to work. Honestly, the first step to becoming a better player is developing good habits while breaking bad habits. So I highly recommend going back and watching previous videos. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this one, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Until then, peace. Good luck to you. Have a good night. Have a good day. Later, guys. Subscribe if you liked it.